She was a singer, a songwriter, a dancer, and an activist. She was a controversial personality, and at one time, she is said to have commented, "I am a shocker. I like to create controversy. It's my trademark." Born on 3 November 1964 at Langa near Cape Town, Brenda Nokuzola Fassie rose to stardom in Soweto. Her mother, Sarah, was an amateur pianist. Brenda was named after American pop star Brenda Lee. As a toddler, she started earning money singing for tourists and at church functions under a group called the Tiny Tots. At 16, she left Cape Town for Soweto to pursue a music career. She joined the group Joy at first, but later became the lead singer of Brenda and the Big Dudes. She gave birth to a son and was briefly married between 1989 and 1991 to Nhlanhla Mbambo. Some of her biggest hits were Weekend Special, which sold 200,000 copies, Too Late for Mama. In 1990, she released the song Black President, an emotional tribute to the iconic and charismatic leader Nelson Mandela, who was still in prison. She then stopped singing in English. Thereafter, her songs were in Xhosa, Zulu, or Sotho. Unfortunately, Brenda Fassie became addicted to cocaine. That was a tragic development. Her lesbian lover, Poppy Sihlahla, died of an overdose. Brenda Fassie went into rehabilitation several times. Most of her albums were bestsellers in South Africa and the region. Noma Kanjani, Now Is the Time, Memeza were some of the best-selling albums in South Africa. It earned her numerous South African Music Awards. In 2001, she earned the name the Madonna of the Township from the Time magazine. On 26 April 2004, Brenda Fassie was rushed to hospital after collapsing at home due to a cocaine overdose. She suffered brain damage and the Mandelas visited her in hospital. She was on life support. Her condition was on the front pages of the biggest newspapers in the region. On 9 May 2004, her life machines were turned off. The music icon died at 39. She was South Africa's biggest female pop star. Her music played a big role in South Africa's politics during the apartheid era. Brenda Fassie's voice was special. That is what drove the South African producer Koloi Lebona to Cape Town to lure the voice of the future to Gauteng, Soweto. At the height of her career, she toured the United States of America, Europe, Australia, and Brazil, among other countries. After parting ways with the Big Dudes, she worked with the cello Chico Twala to record the album Too Late for Mama in 1989. Although Brenda Fassie was a famous South African musician and idol, her life was chaotic. She had a son, Bongani, with the Big Dudes member Dumisani Ngubeni out of wedlock. She also divorced her first husband, Nhlanhla Mbambo, in 1991, just after 2 years. Her husband, Nhlanhla, was said to be abusive. Brenda's mother died in 1993, and this meant more stress for Brenda Fassie. Her relationship with the Twala also broke down. This is when she escaped into cocaine and began to miss important concerts. Things were falling apart for the South African pop star. Her fame as a musician nosedived, and in 1995 she was found next to the dead body of her lesbian lover, Poppy Sihlahla. She tried to revive her career in 1996, and in 1997 she recorded Memeza, which became a top-selling album in 1998. The album had a message for society, for South Africa, for the region. She is said to have pointed out that the album was a reflection of her life. She seemed to be shouting and no one was paying attention. It was like a lamentation. her life was characterized by sadness. She lived a gloomy life and her songs appeared ordinary, but for Brenda Fassie, they had a deep-seated message for the South African community. In 1999, she released Noma Kanjani. In 2000, she released Amadlozi. In 2001, she released Mina Nawe. All these were top sellers and resulted in Brenda Fassie winning the best-selling album and Cora Award for Best Female Artist twice. In 2001, she released her greatest hits album. In 2002, she released Miegeleni. In 2004, she released Mali. These continued to sell, but the singer's health conditions continued to deteriorate. She died on 9 May 2004, and her funeral was attended by both Nelson Mandela, the iconic Nelson Mandela, and Thabo Mbeki. Brenda Fassie was born in a large family. She was the 9th daughter of her parents. Her father passed away when she was only 2. She started her music career with her mother, who was also a musician at a tender age. One highlight of Brenda Fassie's life was her 1989 wedding to Nhlanhla Mbambo. It was an extravagant wedding. It was witnessed by a number of South African artists like Yvonne Chaka Chaka, who was the matron of honor, Rebecca Malope. However, her marriage to Nhlanhla Mbambo was short-lived and ended in the separation of the two in 1991. Brenda Fassie had a short musical career, but it was full of incidents. It was an eventful career.